as BAs, we need to operate in a problem space. Pretty much we and the product owners and the rest of the business folks would operate in the problem space. Whereas the team here, apart from the BAs, they would operate the architects, developers, testers, designers, visual designers, UX designers, all of those would actually work on the solution space. They work on the solution in the solution domain, right? And we are helping them. We are facilitating, we're enabling them to work in the solution space by defining the problem better. First thing, by identifying the problems, by prioritizing them, by specifying them, and by communicating them clearly in a way that they understand what is the required of them, what is it that they need to work on, and they deliver, right? So that's the role of a BA. That doesn't change even in the agile context. It still is the same. So BA still is a BA. That's the beauty of the reason why I again, going back to our discussions, BAs would still be continued, would still continue to perform their role as BA. There's nothing that's changed. The only thing is how they're performing their role. And as I was mentioning, the traditional way we were actually creating so many different tons of documents and all those things. Now it's still we are the people who should create the requirement. We are owning the requirement still. But then how you do that has changed. Now we've got user stories, which are short ones. You've got acceptance criteria, the Gherkin statements given when then, and you've got these daily stand-ups. You've got the feedback with the customer. Now you've got previously we couldn't really get in touch with the customers so easily. Now we've got these kind of sprint reviews, product demos that you're going to actually show to the customer almost on a weekly, or at least at the end of the sprint, which is 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So you're getting the feedback from the customers early, and then you would, as BA, you would update your backlog based on the feedback coming in from the customers, right? So the changes, the defects, all of that they report, you are going to update the backlog, and then you work with the product owner, or if you are the product, if it's a small team, you can be the product owner, and you would then prioritize. If it is really important, it's very urgent, it's actually a showstopper kind of a defect, then that would be prioritized up the list, pushed up the list, and they need to work on it immediately, the team. So you would prioritize it, and then you say that, hey guys, forget all the 10 features that we've identified and we wanted to work in the last sprint. Now that we've got change in priorities, now our sprint backlog is looking different. And that's why Agile is able to take the changes, which is different from the traditional ones, right? Traditional, you can't make the changes. But Agile, you're actually looking at only 3 weeks or 2 weeks time. And after that, you're actually kind of looking at, okay, what next? Oh, by the way, I think we have got to change a course correction because we've got these small little defects or big showstopper that has affected us in the release. So we need to address that. So let's try and tackle that first. Forget all the other features that we're working. And you can do that with Agile because that's what the customer wanted. How do you know that the customer wanted that? Because you approach the customer. How does the customer know that? Because you actually invited the customer over for the showcase. And they're not looking at documents, going through 500-page documents and reviewing. They're actually looking at the actual product that you've delivered. So they're able to give the feedback quicker. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I like this. Oh, by the way, this I think may not work, because you actually done that. You went into the deployment. You actually deployed the product into the actual live server. You know that this would not work. This combination of technologies is not working, right? So all of these are happening because you are trying to keep the customer happy. It's all customer-centered, user-centric, and user-focused design and development.